Welcome back to Two E's in the podcast. I'm Anitra.
And I'm Ebony.
And we're two chicks having a kiki, talking about random shit and giving our opinion on it. Hey guys.
Hi.
How you doing?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Okay, so I hope your week was good. Mine was alright. You know, we're nothing special. How was your week?
Mine's great.
Oh, okay. I just want to know when I'm winning, when I'm going to hit it big. You know, win that good old lottery.
Do you play the lottery every day?
No, I don't.
Well, you have to win. You have to pay to win.
I got to pay to play.
You're not going to win if you don't play.
Inheritance, come my way. Okay. Somebody want to retire me? Anyway, so this week's topic is on relationships. And this is for men and women. I mean, what do you guys think? The question is, you want to ask the question?
It's a very good question. Can you be happy with a broke person? Shout out to Mimi. We've had people send in topics and give us topics, like all our supporters. So shout out to all of you actually that listen and want to hear us talk about certain things, or want to be involved in those discussions. So can you be happy with a broke person, or is that considered settling? Now,
if they're broke.
Right. So this is like Anitra stated, like this is men or women. This is not, a biased thing. I think this is a question that everyone can answer.
Okay, well, you want to give your opinion first?
I have a lot of things to say about this, but I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it simple in the beginning. I do think that there are people that can be happy with someone that is broke,
right?
Or whether or not both of you are broke. Point being, have you ever just been driving and you see the couples on the bus stop? No, seriously.
Yeah, I've seen.
And you see those couples and they play fighting and they
at the bus stop.
Right, they play fighting and they, just having a good time, tickling each other and shit. You know what I mean? Just literally you're at the stoplight, you're looking I know there's sometimes I've been in amazement, wow, these motherfuckers is having a good time. No transportation of their own. Because anything can happen. Your car may have broken down. Anything can happen. But the fact of the matter is, whatever this situation it is that they're in, they're making the best out of it. Mm-hmm. They're making the best out of it, whether they have a car or not, or a bike or whatever. However it is that they get around, they're having a good time. They're enjoying each other. So I do believe that there are people in this world that, under whatever circumstances, they can be happy. Now, for moi, you have to have a coin. You have to have something going on. I personally can't. I think we've spoken about this several times in this podcast so far, and I think this is just episode 13, and I think we've come across situations like this and discussions like this.
It's actually, this one's 14.
Is this 14?
This is 14.
Oh wow, the lucky 14.
Yes.
All right. You definitely have to have something going for yourself. I also know things do happen. So even, let's say that I met you and you had a job, and then something happens like a layoff or things like that. I understand things like that. I definitely cannot meet you with you being broke. You can't be going out sad already with me meeting you and you're like, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, Ebony, and I'm like, what's your name? And you're like, Frank, and I'm like, what do you do? And he says, oh shit, he's stuttering and stumbling now, and so we can't continue the conversation after that. That's just me. I'm not saying that's everyone. I'm answering the question for me. The answer is absolutely no. I can't be walking out the door and you're still at the house, you know, playing the games and
Right.
you know, things like that. To me, it's just a turn off. It's a turn off to me if you are not about some form of getting money or you know, working hard, you know what I mean, hustling, whatever it, you know what I mean. I'm not saying go out and do things illegally, but you have to have something going for yourself. Right. So for me, I know I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy looking at you every day and you're not doing anything. You're not bringing home the bacon. It's just not gonna work for me, Anitra.
It's a no for you, dog.
It's I like I've said it before, I don't even know how a woman gets moist and that man is not over there doing what it is that he's supposed to be doing. Right. Doing what he's supposed to be doing, not what he should do or what he needs, what he's supposed to be doing. I've never understood it. I don't even think you understand, Nature, how many women that I know, and I think me and my friend were talking about this, like how many women we know that accept like little to nothing, like that really don't require anything really or too much out of a man. It's beyond me, and especially the age that we are.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say why I think that they do. Okay, so let me give you my opinion first.
I'm ready for this. I'm so ready.
My opinion is, okay, so that depends on what you first are looking for, what you are expecting, right, and what you consider broke. You know? Right. So me personally, I don't want you broke, okay? Get away from me. I'm no. Now, like you said, if it was a layoff, the company closed, you know, something's going on with your employer, and we're already, you know, going strong, and that's another situation. Okay, I'm gonna ride with you, but what you doing? Did you apply? Do you got a business? What's going on? Because you can't do the EDD for long unless you got a business going on that you know you're an entrepreneur, or you are waiting. You're actively applying here and there and everywhere. You know. But the thing is, there's people that don't mind somebody being, I'm not even gonna say broke. Let's say if the woman or let's say said person makes 100K, okay? What's broke to them? Like, no job broke, or is 80K broke, or is 50K broke? You know?
Right.
You gotta think about those things.
Right.
What's broke?
Right.
You know? My definition of broke is what you doing? You what you make? You live where?
What do you mean by that, Anitra?
Like, okay, is it who's on that lease? Whose name's on the lease?
Okay.
On the mortgage. Who are you paying towards that monthly? Is this your driveway? Is this your garage? This your establishment? This your house? What?
Or do you live in the garage?
Where do you live? Shut up. I can't. No, okay, so and the thing about it is, okay, so at my age, that's how I feel. It is what it is, like, period, point blank. Because at my age, you should have some type of establishment going. You should be somewhat established.
Right.
Now, I know people do go back to school and whatnot and try to better themselves and whatnot, but you should still be doing something with yourself. You ain't about to sit around and be the manager at KFC, like a key holder.
So what's wrong with that, Anitra?
I'm not dating a key holder at the KFC. A key holder and a manager are two different things. Like the owner of the building,
okay,
and the person that opens and closes are two different people.
You can't.
Let me back on up, okay? Let me back on up.
Because I like to get benefits. I get it,
but I'm sorry. No man in their 40s is about to be the key holder at the KFC. Okay, I mean, unless, okay, unless that's like your your side gig, like you trying to get something done, and you say, okay, let me pick up this KFC real quick because I got to do. And that makes me be like, okay, you about something. You over here by any means necessary. Like that's your second gig, your third gig or whatever. But that's not your main and only. We ain't at the KFC booth. I don't care about that free chicken. I don't care about the shit.
Coleslaw, so good.
No thanks. I don't care. But Anitra at 20, 21 Anitra, I'd be like, okay, well, I mean, hell, I'm still trying to get myself established.
Right.
You know, but Anitra now, no, you will not. Like,
Yeah.
I guess, and like I said, I've been called bougie and stuck up and gold digger before, and I'm none of the above, but I want you to meet me where I'm at. Like, you ain't gonna be down here.
I think
You cannot be here.
To be called a gold digger.
Oh, I've been called I've been called a gold digger and bougie. I've been called a gold digger by multiple men. Multiple men have called me a gold digger. And let me tell you, women, I don't ask for anything. I'm not, you know how some women ask, oh, can you pay this? Can you pay that? Can you pay my bill? I'm not that type of person. I don't even like accepting money from men. Like, it makes me feel weird. So how are you calling me a gold digger?
Not me.
Because I want you to be at a certain level. Like, if I'm here, you need to be here. I'm not asking you to be here, up here, and I'm here. No, I want you to meet me where I'm at.
So, okay.
And no, I'm not going to be happy if you broke. Like, get out of here. We're not even going to try to be happy. Like, you don't
want to go to the bus stop.
You're not getting an attempt to go to where?
You don't want to go to the bus stop and play fight?
I'm going to say this. Knock on wood. Thank you, Jesus. I've never ridden a bus in my life.
You've never rode the bus?
The school bus.
You never rode the city bus?
The school bus. I've never ridden. I wouldn't know where to start. Wouldn't know.
It's a lot.
Thank God for the Uber and the Lyft, because if something happened right now, I'd be like, we're the Uber.
I did that when I first started attending college. Like,
but see, you're young.
Yeah, I was.
We're talking about now.
Yeah. I know.
You're gonna be like, oh, I like that man. He's on the bus.
Like, yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, like that was a hustle in itself. Do you know how long the bus ride is from Ontario, California,
Probably years.
Archibald to Mount Sac?
Probably years.
Do you know how long? Do you know what time I had to leave?
Don't tell me it's more than 2 hours.
Oh, girl, please.
What?
Girl.
See, that's why I've never been on the bus in my life. I had to leave.
I had to walk to the bus stop on Archibald, off of Archibald. At 5, I think that bus was like a 5:35 a.m. bus. I did not get to Mount Sac until 11 o'clock a.m. That was for one class.
Then you gotta go back.
And then I had work right after. So I had to take the bus from Mount Sac to Pomona. To get there.
Two different bus
yeah. To get to work by 2:30 p.m.
Ooh, I could just see like me being tired just from that. Like,
so just
and I'm at work.
Like for me, if you don't have that type of like drive, like I probably wouldn't even be like, yeah, I didn't have a car because I was like 19, years old at the time, but even then I'm just like I'm looking at people like, you know what my day looks like? My day looks like, and to me like.
Girl, listen,
like
I think
you
it all depends on what the person wants. What is broke to them? Like that's their definition of broke. Like like that brings me to and I don't want anybody to get offended when I say this. The prison people, like the prison.
You always go to them, Anitra.
And I'm not even gonna say the other people I was about to think about. The security guards. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Security guards. Security jobs are for the young and for the old. Nowhere in between. Nowhere in between. Unless it's your side gig. You should not be trying to do XYZ on security. Unless you're securing the president. Or Diddy.
You know what?
Those are for jobs when people retire, they get bored, they be like, okay, I'm gonna be a security guard. Or when somebody's young and they get themselves through school, no, they don't do that. But you 35-year-old and you
okay, So
that's your job. Your
what
only
if you
job?
met someone? You met a guy tomorrow, okay? You guys immediately start having great conversation. He's nice looking. He appears to be all of the things that you may want just off initial,
This is before the
just
phone number
initial-
exchange, right? Or we're just
No,
This is
phone numbers
okay.
have been exchanged.
Okay.
And now you guys are discussing like, okay, so what is it that you do again? And you're like, okay, I do XYZ. And you say, okay, well, what is it you do? And he says, oh, I work for, what is it, Alliance? Is that what it's called? The security?
Allied.
Allied security. And so does the conversation stop automatically? Like he's talking to you the way that you like to be talked to. He's saying all the right things.
I've been there because, ladies, I've online dated, okay?
Oh, that's a whole nother topic
That's
right
a whole
there.
nother topic, and we got to talk about it, okay?
We have to.
Yeah, you give the phone number, or let's say you still chatting online, and you say, okay, they do, okay, and what else? That's my follow-up question. And what else? What else? What else you do? Or they say they're in law enforcement. Fool! Let me tell you, let's clarify something. Security is not law enforcement.
They do say that.
It's fucking law enforcement. It ain't law enforcement. You ain't working for the city, the county, or the state. It ain't fucking law enforcement. But, let me clarify. There are some security guards that work for the county.
Mm-hmm.
They do have county security guards. I don't know what y'all make, but, I mean.
You would never.
It gotta be a good penny and coin. Gotta be a good one. I would want to know what the amount is. I'll probably go Google it after I found out. Like,
right.
What does?
So, like we said, I think where this starts. It starts at what you consider to be broke. So, like, I just saw something online with Lil Baby, the rapper. See, I don't know none of these niggas. You know what I mean? I don't listen to none of that. I don't know one Lil Baby song. And don't care to. He posted a wealth level by net worth.
What is it?
It's a wealth level by net worth.
Okay.
So he says poor is 0 to 500K.
Was it poor before he was making 500K?
Exactly. When you was eating spam.
Okay, so you're talking about
when you was eating spam
99% of America is poor then. I'm going to say 99%.
He says middle class is 500K to 2 million.
And the people in the comments.
And upper middle class is 2 million to 4 million. You're only comfortable if you net worth 4 million to 10 million dollars. Okay, we'll just end it there.
Shit, I'm
because
broke.
it goes all
I'm
the way
down
up.
bad, baby.
We're gonna end it there because his little list goes all the way up to super rich, which super rich is at 2 billion.
Bye, sir.
Plus dollars.
How old
So
is
it's like,
this
sir,
child?
listen, some of y'all like that right there. You have got to humble yourself.
Right.
You have got to humble yourself because
Now the thing about that is we are about to go on a rabbit hole on that shit right there. Okay?
Right.
Because listen, y'all fucking people, who is that? Who's
that's Lil Baby.
Y'all fucking people on this social media got these kids all the way fucked up. Because now they thinking that we can't go to school.
Six figures.
We can't go to school. We gotta do some dumb shit like this or whatever.
Now 6 figures. Remember you used to always hear 6 figures, 6 figures. Now 6 figures. That's like
broke.
That's broke now. And like you said, and it's a very good point. That could be a rabbit hole. It's like that is sad. That's really sad if that's the conversation we're having now. Is that 500K
is
a
broke.
year is considered poor. He said poor. You are poor.
500K.
So
baby, let me get 100.
So I definitely like he doesn't count. I just brought that up because
he's an idiot.
Just to make a point.
And I would like to see what the people in the comments are saying because I'm sure it's a lot of kids in there like, and that makes me really sad.
Yeah,
it really does make me sad.
It does.
Because before we recorded, we saw this person or this, people tweet dumb shit and they were saying stuff about, education and master's and bachelor's degrees. Mm-hmm. You don't need them to get a job. Well, yeah, you really don't need them to get a job. But for a career.
Right.
What you want, a job or a career? It's what you want. So don't make the people like my child is on social media looking at that bullshit
Ooh.
Like, oh, I don't need to go to school because I don't need to go to school to make $21 an hour. You sure in the hell don't?
Yeah, I would literally slap my children's face off if they came showing me or try to argue with me like, you know, 500K. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I you know,
that shit.
So Anitra, do you cringe if
that makes me mad?
If you meet a fella and he doesn't have a college education?
No, I don't cringe at that.
Okay,
that's not a cringy thing to me because school's not for everybody.
Right.
And right. I get that. School is not for everybody. It is what it is. But I need you to have some type of career.
Right.
Okay? Even if you are in a career now and you're like, okay, I'm trying to get to this part of the career, but you need to be like, hell, I'm 40 years old. You can't barely be like, oh, I'm trying to, let me think. No, you should have been thought about that at least by 30.
Right.
All your whole 20s, you get almost like a pass. At least late 20s.
Right.
40s, you shouldn't be trying to figure out what's going on in life. I mean, some people do, and that's just what it is, and it's unfortunate that, you know, it's taking you that long to figure out life, but you should still have some type of income coming in.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't care about college education. That's not make or break thing for
and
me.
I think men as well should aspire for those things because I don't think you want like a bum bitch. You know what I mean?
Well, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
something. I had asked this guy that I was talking to once about this. I don't know why I asked him. I think I had saw something on it or I was watching something on it. But okay, so you know how most women, I'm gonna say most, not all women, want a man to be doing something with themselves, to have X, Y, and Z, to, you know, because women off top ask like, okay, what you do for a living, because we want to know those things.
Yeah, very important.
Men do not give a shit. Men will pick you up on the bus stop. Ooh. They don't mind if a woman, I asked the guy and he said he didn't mind because men are supposed to, he said, okay, now men, y'all feel different, then it is what it is. Y'all feel different, go ahead and comment down below. I mean, go in our inbox on our Instagram and let us know.
Right.
But he said men are the ones that are supposed to be helping women, like not help them like money help them, but they're there to lift them up. They don't care if they work at the McDonald's or the key holder at DD's. They don't give a shit about that. But women won't be like, huh, you where?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Men are the providers. They're there for security. They're there for, you know, the support and so on and so forth. So naturally, I see that. But how, and I'm not talking to the men that are like, you know what, baby, I got it. You don't have to work. You don't have to, you know what I mean? You don't have to do anything like, because there are women out there too that we can't just put it all on men. There are women out there that are really like some scumbags. That are really scumbags that really don't aspire to do anything, really don't, you know what I mean? And not even like I'm not even talking about like the groupies. I'm not even talking about the groupies. I'm talking about the ones that aspire to just get county help.
For the rest of their 18-year-old's life. Right.
That's their job. You know what I mean? They do that. It's really just like the bare minimum, like don't do anything, and I don't even see how a man can put up with something like that. Just like, you know, we can't see a woman putting up with something like that. But I brought up like, okay, everyone's interpretation of broke is different. So that B Simone, I think I told you that B Simone girl, she's a social media influencer. I don't know if you guys know who she is or not. Now, this is someone that had just come up, like, it's really been like a fluke, you know, her whole little social media stardom or whatever. Like, you know, you've had humble, it's like some humble beginnings here. So now that she's made a coin, she's got a little bit of fame and stardom, she's like, ugh, 9 to 5, yuck. I could never.
But see, that's where these celebrities get fucked up at, because you over there in a cesspool of her dating her and him. So it's all this.
Right.
When you could be dating somebody that has a 9 to 5 but making bank.
Yeah.
And ain't in that bullshit that y'all all in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but she's young too.
But I'm guessing she's like, you know, hey, like, I maybe touched my first M. I just touched my first M. Like, I could never. Like, I could never.
And I get it. I get that. I totally get it.
But this, her thing was, and this is why people were on her head when she said it. Basically, what she was trying to, what she was trying to say was like, men that work a 9 to 5, they don't grind. They don't grind hard. They don't.
Everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur.
Right. What she's saying is like, they're not up at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is totally false. Like, you have people that
are you
like,
fucking stupid? That means her ass ain't never worked a goddamn 9 to 5.
They're not.
She was working at McDonald's.
They're not up at. You know, I'm up at. She's like, I'm up at 5 a.m. or whatever time it was. She gets.
That's on you, bitch. I'm getting pissed. Her ass went from a fucking key holder at the McDonald's to being, what was she on? Wilding out. That's how she came up. Now your ass is above it all. Cause you wake up at 5 a.m. You fucking don't have to. Sleep in. The fuck? Now I'm getting fucking pissed. I hate social media gets on my fucking nerves, I swear. I swear it gets on my goddamn nerves. I go there for the laughs. But shit like that, that's why. And when she I went on her page and let her know about herself when she copied that lady's book. Bitch. Now you call in. Now you call in, be
well, right, but see, that's what you get for not being humble. You know what I mean? You over there and trying to really present yourself as like this real boss bitch, and you over there plagiarizing folks' books. You know, you don't even know how to write a book.
And her ass been laying low ever fucking since.
You don't know how to write a book, baby. You feel me? Like,
she over here trying to say she don't want to. Okay, like, we don't want you either,
but
bro.
That's why the people went in on her, because it was like, well, wait a minute, it's plenty of men. Right. Most men that work at 9, I mean, thank God they're working a 9 to 5. Thank God they're getting up, you know what I mean, working at 9 to 5. Most men wake up before you do, you know what I mean, right. to get to going and doing what it is to get their day started or whatever. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Because you know what I mean, you found a way to get this fame or this stardom or whatever, but then you start shitting on the niggas that, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something though. If I ever get to some fame or stardom, my things will never change. Okay, what do? I don't care if you got a goddamn 9 to 5. Like, thank you for.
Okay, so we have our first caller for today. We have the lovely Mimi from Loma Linda, and she wants to give a little insight on our topic for today. Can you be happy with a broke person, and is that considered settling? Hi, Mimi.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me.
Okay. What you got to say, Mimi?
So, I think that it varies. So when we're saying broken, we're saying broke, or are we saying broken?
We're saying broke, like as in no job, no money, no aspirations to do anything.
I would think that it would be difficult to be with a broke person when you're kind of the person that's handling everything. I think that it can make you a little bit resentful, especially if you're a materialistic type person. If you're not necessarily materialistic, maybe you can find yourself in that. Some people are nurturing. They kind of have that motherly thing, so they don't mind it as much.
Oh, right.
But I think realistically, as far as adults go, that you kind of need somebody at your income level.
Right.
For women, tend to have that feeling that, they should be cared for. In order to be cared for, sometimes you need your man to produce enough income in which to do that. So
right.
I think it would be kind of a challenge to be with a broke person.
Oh,
right,
wow.
Right. Now, do you think that depends on what somebody's definition of broke is, or is that just like across the board?
I definitely think it is your own definition of what broke is, because some people's expectations, they're very low maintenance, very easy.
True.
So to them, broke would be no job.
Right.
If you have somebody high maintenance, broke might be, $100,000, because I need somebody who can buy me a Porsche or buy me a house, whatever the situation is. So I think it definitely depends on the person themselves and what their income expectations are.
Right.
Now, Mimi, do you think that can you see yourself being happy or being in a relationship with a broke person, whatever that is, whatever your interpretation of broke is?
Hell no. No, absolutely not. I myself, I like to think of myself as somebody who, I like nice things.
Right.
I have nice things. I like to acquire nice things. And if you can't bring in as much as I can give to myself,
Exactly.
why are you wasting my time? No, thank you.
Right.
Have a nice day. So,
Facts.
I don't think that I
So you would pretty much need somebody that's going to meet you where you're already at.
I'm sorry.
I said you need somebody that's going to meet you where you're at.
Absolutely.
Okay.
At least be able to meet me at my level that I'm at. If I can do it for myself and you can't do it for myself,
Right.
it ain't gonna work.
Right.
It's not gonna work.
At all. I'm with you, Mimi. I can't do it. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for what I can already do for myself.
You know.
Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I understand.
Oh my goodness, Mimi. Well, we truly appreciate you calling in. This was lovely.
Yes,
this was great.
we do.
You gotta call in some more,
Thank
Mimi.
you, ladies.
Oh.
Yes, thank you for having me. And please continue this. And I would love to continue to hop on. You guys are amazing. I love
Oh,
what you're doing and keep it up.
Thank you.
thank you, Mimi. We love you. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, you guys, we are starting to have people call in and give their opinions on our topics. So if you feel like you want to call in, let us know. In our YouTube, you can comment down below. If you want, you can go to our Instagram and inbox us there. We can talk to you there. But yeah, we just wanted to see what other people thought about this topic. I wish I had a man's opinion because I want to hear what I already told you what the guy I asked about this before. You know,
Yeah.
He told me that his I hate to say it like this. I hate this word. His baby mama.
You don't like the term baby?
It just makes me cringe. I don't know. I don't know. Like it doesn't roll off my tongue.
Really?
It just his baby mama. He met his baby mama. They lived in the same apartment complex. But his baby mama rode the bus.
Okay.
And she worked like at some fast food place.
Okay.
She worked, but she had a child. She rode the bus, and now let's be clear here. Said baby mama was in the same age range as he and I, and said him and said baby mama only had a 5-year-old. So just think like she's in her mid-30s.
Right.
And that's what she had going on.
Okay.
And I'm like, you didn't have a problem with that? He was like, no, because I'm a man. I know what I can do.
You can handle it. Yeah.
It's not like, I don't want men to think that they're there to like bring somebody up like Cinderella or some shit.
Yeah.
But I think I don't think men are as pressed about the situation.
About
Some maybe, like, Kevin Samuel's ass. But
Yeah.
but then they might not be because remember what Kevin Samuel said? Kevin Samuel said men making 6 figures don't want a woman that
a single mom.
A single mom. Even though old girl was making 6 figures.
Yeah.
They don't want that. They want a young tenderoni. And young tenderonis most likely in their 20s ain't making no 6 figures and ain't doing everything that they aspire to be doing.
Right.
So he might be right on that. Like,
yeah,
most men, I'm sure y'all don't really are caring. I'm sure y'all want the women to be doing something, but I don't think that it's they have to be.
And
you where you're at.
I cringe though when I see a woman taking on the responsibilities of it all, just doing everything.
Child.
Doing everything, taking their purse out, when it's time to pay for things, running the household, because that's essentially not what a woman is supposed to be. A woman's not supposed to be the head. You know what I mean?
No, that's not what the Bible says.
No, and I cringe at that. And I know if it's somebody that I know, like anybody that I know, I want the best. You know what I mean?
Right.
For any woman, and I cringe at things like that because I.
Do you feel like if they do, like the man is a user? They're using her?
100%. 100%. You are taking advantage.
And they're only gonna do it as much as you allow them to.
They're only going to do it as much as you. If you're not required, if you're, listen, you've already, once you took that man's number, or you advanced, you know, or the conversation progressed after he told you he does absolutely nothing and he has nowhere to stay, or whatever, you've already accepted the bullshit.
Right. Let me tell you something. One time, I was dating this guy. He had his own place and he did work, but he was like, "Oh, let's go here because I need to pay my phone bill." And I'm like, "Okay, we you know, I'm right."
Right.
So we get to the place and he's like, "Oh, can you pay my phone bill?"
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
I was like, "What makes you think I'm going to pay your cell phone bill?" This was Brenda was younger too. So essentially, I'm a single parent. What makes you think I'm going to pay your cell phone bill? Sorry. I was like, that won't be happening. Girl, I ain't talked to him since. I was immediately turned the fuck off. Like, are you fucking serious? You have the audacity to just be like,
so
not say, can you help, or even a heads up before, we gonna get there.
Right, y'all got to Metro PCS and then he.
Do you think he paid the cell? I guess he didn't have no money to pay.
He didn't pay it?
No. He didn't pay the bill.
Oh, so he just was gonna throw a humdinger on you. He just was gonna lay it on you.
Y'all some janky ass people.
He was like, "Oh, if I drive her there, she can't say no."
No, I'm not paying your fucking cell phone bill.
And then my thing
somebody
is,
done it. That's why you thought he could do it.
Yeah.
Somebody's done it.
Yeah. And
Not
then
I.
it's just like, when is the jig up, ladies? I haven't talked to the lady. Like, when is the jig up? Like, how long is this charade and these reindeer games going to continue?
Right.
You're not requiring anything out of these men. I just don't. And so we go into the question of, like, if you're a woman that has a career and you know, you have money in your pocket, you take care of your responsibilities, but then you let that man in that doesn't have anything. Like, are you settling now? Is that what we're doing? Are we settling more? Are we settling more so nowadays?
It depends on what, like I said, it depends on what they wanted to begin with. Now, if in their mind they're like, okay, I want X, Y, Z, the man with a career, a car, his own place, and then you get one that does not have his own place. He has a car, but no career. Like, now you've settled.
So you're saying, like, 2 out of wait.
Settled.
So you're saying
if he does not want, like, these are main things, not like, okay, he's not 6 foot. Right. We're talking about main things here. Like, okay, he doesn't. You want someone that has his own place. Okay, he doesn't. Okay. You want somebody that has a career. Okay, he doesn't.
He doesn't. So he doesn't.
That's settling.
He doesn't have the career, and he doesn't have his own place.
That's
he has a car.
That's settling.
That's settling.
Okay, thanks for having your car. That's what you need to have.
So what if he has the? What if he has the career and the car, but he doesn't have his own place? Are you settling now?
Why does he not have his own place?
He's staying with his mother, or his parents to, notice I said mother, that's like some where's my dad type of shit. Okay, he's staying with his parents for right now so he can stack his cheese up. For his own home.
Okay, how long have you been there?
You're gonna ask those questions?
Hell yes, I ask questions. I'm the question asker. I'm not gonna assume things. I ask questions that I want to know the answers to. I'm not gonna sit around and be like, oh, well, maybe. No, I want to know. That's where we get messed up. You over here assuming shit and you don't know the answers. I want to know. Listen, I've learned over time what not to do and what to do. I ask questions I want to know the answers to, because you ain't gonna get me caught up in shits.
So okay, he's not broke. He's not broke. I mean, I guess, you know what I mean. He has that career or job or whatever. Because I don't know what each other. Like some people are just. They don't gear into the career part. They're just like, oh, he works. You know what I mean? He has a the way Anisha's looking at me right now. He has a job and he has a vehicle. So, hey, you know what I mean? Sounds good. When we go out, he offers to take me out to dinner. We go
Wonderful,
down.
wonderful.
We go down to the Applebee's and we get the 2 for $20.
Wonderful.
And,
I mean, I'm
you
not
know,
impressed on that.
And
Do what you
all
gotta
that,
do.
and he pays. I never have to go inside my purse. Like, you know, is that settling?
Sir, how long you plan on being in your mom's? Like, when are you purchasing? I don't even care that you're purchasing, to be totally honest. That's not what I
You
care
want to know
about.
when he's purchasing
Yeah,
the
like,
home?
I really want to know when you're getting out of there. That's really what I want to know. You can go to a department for all I care. When are you getting out of there?
It reminds me of that movie. Have you seen Failure to Launch?
No.
Have you seen that movie with Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker? And this is a white man, and he's like 40 years old and still lives with his parents. But he gets bitches. He gets bitches, and the bitches come back to the house. They come back to his parents' house,
so
and
crazy.
And his parents are just like at a point where they're like, we gotta get him out of here, you know, right? But he's so comfortable. He has money. He has a career. He has
everything.
Friends,
He just
he has
not want to
everything.
move.
He just does not feel comfortable being out on his own,
Like being responsible.
right? Right. And you saw some women were like, oh, you still live with your parents, but then it was like some that just, you know, that didn't care. So
I don't know. I think that's all situational.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, because listen, it's all situational, ladies.
Have you tried though, Anitra? Have you
Tried
tried?
what?
Have you
Somebody that didn't
try to
have
look
their own-
past
Yes, well,
like
the
the
thing about
broke,
it
you know,
is-
the broke situation
No,
or
I never looked past the broke situation, but I've looked past a person that did not have their own place. And this is, let me tell you something. This is because I was told about this situation after the fact. Like,
okay.
I didn't know this up front. You know, yeah, okay. And this is why I ask now, because me, in my mind, I'm assuming you live on your own. I'm assuming.
At this age, you
Now I fucking know. I ask
at
all
this
the
age
questions.
you think that's like an automatic thing.
Automatic. And then you find out, oh no, or what they say is, me and my ex, me and such and such live together, or not their girlfriend, you know. Me and my brother live together. Not, oh, I live with my brother, or they gonna say they live together. Like we have an apartment together.
Right.
But this was like
Oh,
after
y'all
the fact.
crafty.
Like after, you know, you talk on the phone for some weeks on end. You get to like start being into somebody, you know, and then you go on a date, okay. And then you find this out like 2 months later, then what do? Be like, oh, fuck you. Like, no, you're already like kind of into them.
Right.
So then you like write it on out and you be like, okay, so, you know, when they gonna move? Like, when they gonna move? They ain't moved yet. What's going on?
Right.
What's going on? And what's going on? So now I ask, I'm very specific. Very specific. I've learned my lesson. I ask all the questions.
And
I've been called gold digger for it, but I don't care.
I can't. And see, I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I think you should be asking those questions.
Because those are things that I'm getting. This is my life. I want to know what I'm getting myself into.
You don't want to get caught with any surprises. Now listen, ladies, like it be early on. Like I've seen some situations. It be early on, and you know these motherfuckers don't have no money or no job. And you guys still continue on with the shenanigans. Now, I have a friend that actually just texted me. And she was, to answer the question, she was just basically like, I feel as black women, we're too often told to accept a man for his potential. But at what age is potential just a thought?
Right.
Like, it's just like, because I've seen that also. I've seen, like, well, you know, he went to trade school for, you know,
I'm not justifying anything that you do,
for
sir.
construction, and so like he's just waiting for some leads, and you know,
I'm not
he
justifying anything that a man does. No, I'm not going to justify it, because then in the back of your mind, you already know that whatever you saying is wrong. Why are you justifying it? Just say he whatever he does,
Right.
and just leave it at that. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a care. It ain't my man.
Right.
I'm gonna probably be like, ooh, girl.
Right.
In my mind, but I ain't gotta sleep with
No,
him.
I think for me as a friend, I'm gonna ask you some. I'm gonna ask you what.
I don't ask questions about nobody's relationships anymore.
You can't do that anymore. No, you can't do it
Get
anymore.
mad, baby,
Those
mad.
are the days of you cannot do it
They get
anymore
mad about their
because
relationship
like bitches will stop. Bitches will
Stop talking
Bitches will stop talking
to
to you quick.
Yes, they really will.
So whatever, it's almost like now you have to let them come to you. You know what I mean? Don't ask no questions. You let them come to you. A lot of times women know and they want to just hear they want to hear what you have to say. They just want to hear and clarify what it is that they already know.
Right.
They already know that they shouldn't be, you know what I mean?
Right.
You too old to be messing around, because that's what it is. You're not even, you messing around. You wasting time and you messing around, you know, with somebody that has no goals, no need to do anything but live off of you and what you got going on. He waiting. You get paid on Fridays, and what he doing on Fridays? Waiting for you, waiting to see what y'all eating for dinner. You know what I mean, on Friday night, and you know what I mean, where y'all going on Saturday morning with your paycheck.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Ugh. I say this, ladies. Okay. Now, if you know exactly what you want, don't settle for less. Do not settle. Don't even give them the shadow. Don't even think of a potential of what could be, because what if they never reach that potential? Then what? You're stuck. Because you know you get in your feelings. Now you're in love. And then what? Like, once you're in love, it's done. Like Mimi said, you're going to be resentful, but you still love him.
But what about, and I've always thought about this too, Anitra, the women that they have like this long list, okay? They have this list. They have this sheet of paper, and they done wrote down like 25 things that they want their man to have. And they are not settling for anything less than those 25 things on that list. And now they're getting up in age, and like, what do you suggest for those?
I'm like, what is on their list? Are the things on their list important, or now they just doing too damn much? Like, do they really need to be over 6 feet? Do they have to have a size 13 shoe? Like, what's important? Like, okay, what my deal breakers are not. You're not gonna have bad teeth. We're not doing bad teeth. I don't care who you are, and if you got them, okay, you got braces, and when are we getting them? Invisalign, veneers, something like that. We're not doing bad teeth. I don't care what you got going on. You need to not have bad teeth. We're not straying from bad teeth. We're not straying from that. We're not straying from not having a career. Okay. We're not straying from not having a vehicle.
Okay.
And we're not straying from not having your own place. Basics. I say the basics. Basics are also health and dental insurance. That's basics. That is the fucking basics. Okay, let me tell you my basics, because I've told men this, and one guy was like, black men, it's hard for black men to get these things, okay?
What?
Listen. His own place.
By nature.
I'm telling you what my basics are, okay? His own place.
Okay.
A career, job, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
A car. A 401k, meaning a retirement plan.
Right.
Health and dental insurance.
Okay.
Basics.
Yeah.
5 basics.
And it's not.
I had a guy tell me that it's hard for black men to get those things. And I was like, why are you arguing me down? Because you have the fucking basics. He was just saying, but black men have a hard time getting those things. Black men, y'all have a hard time getting a career/job. Y'all have a hard time getting a career/job that gives you health, dental insurance, a 401k. And if they don't give you a 401k, hell, start a damn bank account and put some money aside. These are the basics. Those are my things. I need the basics. Now, if you want to come extra with your dark chocolatey skin and your perfect credit score, then, I mean, that's great.
You gotta have a perfect credit score.
That's just
an extra. That's
cherry
just
on
like a
top.
Okay.
That's cherry on top. I mean, at the end of the day, we can always work on credit. I mean, I don't want you to be down bad like Kiki Wyatt
I can't.
with a under 500.
Child.
But anything can be fixed.
I think Chili from TLC had one of those lists. I think that bitch had like 100, like 100, like it was like a lot of like it was a literally like she had like was on like a show. And they were trying to help her,
like a dating.
Yeah, it was something like that. And she had like a list that she was strict on. It was a lot of things on that list.
Were like, they important to her? They're important to her.
They were important to her, but then again, I think the person like on the show was like at some point, like you're being ridiculous.
Right.
Like there were some things on the list that was just like you have to chill.
Right.
Like okay, yeah, I get it. Like you said, like I get a career and. You know, this and that and the third and so on and so on. But some of these things you're just out of line. Like it's just too much. You're not going to get, I think this person like you're not going to get everything on this list.
But you know there are people that I'm not saying that it's not true because I'm into it as well. Manifestation, they believe that whatever they put on that list is going to come to them. Period, point blank. They ain't straying from it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean it is possible.
Yeah. I know people that probably have on their list, they just want someone with like good conversation or some shit. But then this good conversation, is that gonna pay? Is that gonna?
Right. I mean, that's a bonus. I mean, yeah, you want. That's not even a bonus. I mean, that's fucking given. If you don't got good conversation, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but like on some people's list, I be like before like job and career.
Oh,
like
well,
good conversation, like good conversation. But that they don't take good conversation as a payment down at the light company. They don't take that
at the end of the day. I got enough
conversation
and enough personality for the both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
good
else?
dick? See, we still got women at this age talking about they want somebody with like good dick. See, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother subject. Okay. Yeah.
But that's ridiculous. That's great.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like because sex is very important.
Important.
But I think you're too old at this point. And I'm not talking about like women that I know, like you're too old to still be talking that shit that we was talking like when we was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You know,
I mean, but let me tell you something. There are some men out there at this age with some bad pencil ones, pencil pens.
They say the broke ones is the ones with the good dick.
Bye.
They say the broke ones is the one because they putting it down so they can have that roof over their head. They putting it in. They putting it down.
That's their work. That's their work.
That's their job. Their job is to put it down and sink that thing down to the ground. And so they can ensure. So they can ensure that they got the roof over their head, so they can ensure that they eat good. To the baby, let me tell you. Listen,
that's good.
I've seen some humdingers. I've seen some humdingers in my time that women that just literally just to say that they got some good dick laying next to them, or they just have somebody laying next to them.
I mean, it would really be nice. It's a really nice thing, but I'm not gonna. Also have somebody no
like can you imagine like you getting up in the morning to go to work and you telling him like, oh, when you leave just make sure you put the bread away and the peanut butter and close and lock the bottom lock.
I mean, women, we have to know what we are worth. Come on.
I know someone, Anisha, that said that they just like really what they want. They just want a man to be there when
they don't care about
she gets off work.
So they don't care about if he is working or anything.
She just wants a man to be there when she gets off of work.
She wants to be the provider. Oh wow.
And maybe if you ask her the question, you know, can she be happy?
She'd probably say yeah. So he has to not be doing shit. There's plenty of those, ma'am. Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Or like what we were talking about, like Mr. Moms and shit like that. Like a Mr.
Well, that
Mom.
has to be the decision betwing the wife and the husband, though.
Yeah.
That really does have to be a special circumstance type of situation. Because maybe the woman does make the most money, and you know, maybe they have a sick child and the man has to stay home, or that's special circumstances. But you ain't just gonna be sitting up here because you want to.
Well, it's a lot of them out here,
Okay.
baby. Let me tell you, they like some of y'all, but y'all got it good. Now I don't know about the women, because because those type of women we call them housewives.
Yeah.
You call them housewives.
But I also
or,
believe that housewives should be doing something. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I believe housewives should still be doing something to better themselves.
But sometimes that's not the requirement. Sometimes if that man,
we talked about it before. What did I say? What could happen tomorrow? Man could be like,
Anything.
I'm out of here.
Anything
And
can
then what?
happen, yeah.
Housewife, you on your own, boo. You at the county building applying.
or maybe she
no.
feel like she gonna get the spousal support or something.
Well,
And child support.
but that ain't tomorrow that you gonna get it. You still gotta pay your rent.
Yeah.
Side note, I listened to this lady on Dave Ramsey's podcast, because I'm into this budgeting shit.
Okay.
The lady literally said that she called Dave Ramsey. Now I don't understand why she called Dave Ramsey for advice.
Okay.
Because Dave Ramsey is a budgeting guy. He talks to you about 401ks and what you should be paying on
Okay.
and things of that nature. Okay. She called Dave Ramsey and pretty much said, my husband left me. When I got home from the hospital for having our second child, he was gone.
What?
Okay? And he's like, okay, so what do you do for a living? She's like, I'm a housewife. Why in the hell she's calling Dave Ramsey is beyond me.
Oh my God.
So Dave Ramsey's pretty much giving her advice. So she said, I understand that I'm going to have to go out and find work. I have never worked during this marriage.
Wow.
He's like, okay, do you have education? No. She has no education. She hasn't worked for the whole marriage. Okay. He's out with his new girlfriend. And so Dave Ramsey says, okay, yeah, you can get spousal and child support, but you have to find a job between now and then.
Yeah.
Because even if you go to the courts,
Yeah.
that's going to be months. That's going to be months. And I mean, hopefully he's a good enough guy to be like, okay, here's money for this. But no, what he was trying to do was sell the house. So now she has to find a new place to live.
Oh.
So see what I'm saying?
Like
housewives and husbands. Think about that. Okay, that was just a side
not
note.
housewives and the husband.
You never know. They can be like, and she had a brand new baby, came home from the hospital. Why was he at the hospital with you, man? She came home from the hospital, he was gone. And now he trying to sell the house. He said, you and my 2 kids get the hell out of here.
I can't.
Y'all can find an apartment. He was with his new girlfriend somewhere.
I can't.
That was just a side note. Side note, little tidbit for y'all. Little tip of the day.
I can't.
Do something for yourself. Don't be put on your eggs in that ladies and man's basket. Because anything can happen tomorrow. And
That's true. That's life. Life happens.
Life happens.
Every second. You know, for
This
everybody.
man went with his girlfriend, left y'all high and dry.
I like I said, this is a question. I would love to have a man comment,
Yeah, I really
and
do.
let us know what how you guys feel, because we're just speaking from
Woman's
a woman's perspective, what it is that maybe we experience or have seen, with our own eyes. Like, I want to know how you men feel about taking care of some of these, these.
And we want to know, like, okay, is it important to you? Because like I said, somebody I talked to, he said it was not important to him.
If a woman had money.
He said he would like her to have a job, but what type of job and what she made,
Right.
and even if she didn't have a car or not, was not important to him.
Right. Oh,
And
wow.
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He said he didn't even care if she lived on her own. Because she lived in her own apartment. He said if he would have met her and she lived in an apartment with somebody else, he wouldn't have cared either.
See, and that's the thing, too. See, you have a lot of, like, I know years ago you've had a lot of women that they required this and they required that. But are you able to require more out of a man than what it is that you offer? Like, if you live at home with your parents, like,
see, now that's backwards. That's
are
a no.
you able
It's a
to
no,
be
it's a
like,
no, it's a no.
I want a man to have his own place, but you still live at the house?
I mean, there are women like that out there.
There
almost
are.
Positive.
There are.
But that's ass
There
backwards.
are.
You ask for what you already have.
Right.
You cannot ask for something that you don't have or you cannot offer. Like, what? How you want somebody to have their own place? You ain't got no damn own place.
Or or any of this. You know what I mean? You don't have a career, but you know what I mean? You want your man, you know what I mean, to have a career. I mean, and
That's those groupies.
that's the, you know.
You know, I've seen it
for women
career.
that are not groupies too. I've seen it, you know what I mean? Like, you require this, you want this, you require all these things, but you haven't even obtained like half of what it is that you're asking out of this man. And that's not right. That's not
really
right,
not
ladies.
right. No.
That's
because why are you? See, that's the thing. That's what when that guy told me that, I was just like, what? So you are okay with a woman really down that, like, at the end of the day, she's broke, busted, and disgusted over a woman that's doing well with a career, got her shit together. He was like, well, it's not even about, he said, I'm looking at looks. Like, okay, even if the woman with the career came by me, okay, good. He said, I'm looking at the looks. I don't care about what they got.
Oh, okay. It's the shallowness.
It's the shallowness of it all.
Of it all. And I mean, a shout out to him for just keeping it real.
Yeah,
like,
he kept it real.
I have to respect things like that. If you just keep it real. And then even with a woman saying, look, listen, I don't require much. I just want a man to just be here. I can't say, I respect your honesty, but I can't respect the gesture.
Right.
Like, I think you need to, especially if you have children.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have children with that man. Like, you have, you know what I mean? Like, this man is just coming into the situation.
That's not his responsibility to take care of children either.
Like, I just think that we it's our responsibility to show, especially our daughters and our sons.
Mm-hmm.
We are the examples for them. So what's your daughter going to, that's what your daughter sees. She see him, you know what I mean, that man that just walked up in here sitting on the couch.
Now she's gonna want that one.
I think that's where the cycle comes from too, is that we don't realize that, you know, our kids are watching our every last step. And so if you are accepting being happy with the broke man, then your daughter 9 times out of 10 is going, you know what I mean, accept being happy with the broke man as well.
Mm-hmm. Stop that, women.
It's sad.
Okay, yes.
And your son is looking at the bum ass nigga just sitting.
That is why I never see. I have a son. Okay, I never. You know how people just bring people in their house and don't care like that. That was never me. Like, you're not coming in my house. I have a child here. Not a girl. I have a boy. So I don't want him to think that he can just be here, there, and everywhere, and somebody got him house.
Right.
For one. No. Do better.
It's I don't know, like, I mean, but I don't know. But what I can tell you is it's whatever works for you.
Look, it ain't my life.
Who are we? You know, who are we? We can't tell you.
I know what I like and what I want. You do what you want. I mean, if you happy
making Jody tacos and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we talking about here. We talking about Baby Boy. We have literally just narrated a whole episode of fucking Baby Boy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Telling a motherfucker that don't work, don't do nothing, but he drive your car. You know what I mean? Drop you off at the work. Drop you off at the work to go do nothing.
What? Is it his day off and he's going to get your car oil change?
No. Want to fool around in your damn car, wasting gas that you put in at the beginning of the week, and you got to cook them tacos at the end of the night
when you get off fucking work.
But you got to dig down. You got to dig down though,
girl.
But you know, and that's all that matters. Some people, like I said, some women they don't aspire, they don't ask for much, but just to have someone present.
That's really sad.
And so they can be, you know what I mean? They don't mind.
That makes me sad.
You know? Look at all the people that you see down at the county office, Leisha. Don't you? You see the couples.
I really do.
You see the couples down at the county office.
I really do.
They be living it up, happily ever after, having a good time. They be happy. They know that they gonna get They know they gonna get that cash aid and those food stamps next month, and everything is honky dory. Beautiful couple.
You know what? When I used to do the cash aid, I used, and this is really sad to say, but I'm gonna be honest. When a couple would come in, you know, you ask when the last time they worked. When's the last time you worked, ma'am? When's the last time you worked, sir?
Right.
Well, you know, okay, how long ago was it? What job was it? Whatever. And the lady be like, okay, I worked, you know, last month. That's why we're okay. Sir, when's the last time you worked? 3, 4 years. What? Girl, the side eye of it all. I had to control my face.
And I know it was hard for you to do it.
Because I was just like, so what you been doing? And I be
asking.
asking, so what you been doing all this time? Okay, so you've been working? Oh, okay. Look, I want you to feel what I'm saying, girl. Listen. Are you serious, sir? First of all, you got your wife in here applying for cash aid. Okay, I get it. Sometimes people fall on hard times.
It happens, yeah.
You get it, you get in there, and you get the hell out. You get it for what you need, and you move on. Mm-hmm. But you in here, and she last worked 2 weeks ago, and you last worked 2 years ago?
Wow.
No.
And he ready. He like, what we gonna do as soon as we get these stamps in this
Girl,
check?
listen, it even gets worse. Now that I don't even do that, we got the program that, you know, when women have the babies, they can be exempt from participating for like up to 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So we have women that will have their baby, and the boyfriend or the husband will take the exemption, and they go back to, and the girl go back to work, or they in the job search classes, or they in the school, and the men sitting at home.
Ooh.
And I just be like, and this is me. So you want him to take the exemption? Why? What? Didn't you just have a baby? I be like, are you breastfeeding? And he at home chilling, girl. I really now I ask questions. Why is he at home and you out working, and you just had a baby, a 2-week-old?
Because that's the negotiation they have.
You had a baby 2 weeks ago, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'll take that exemption.
That's what she's accepted, and
it's so sad. Okay, I don't want to be talking about my work no more.
Y'all ain't gotta meet your work then.
This whole subject just makes me feel I don't know, sad for women.
It's very sad when you start
because this is my thing
about
with men. It is really, this is true. Men have like the pick of the litter because they don't care. You know, they don't care. Yeah. They can get any woman they want, and then women, they care, but then they'll accept any goddamn thing, and it's like, stop accepting that shit so that these men can step up and do what the fuck they need to be doing for their own lives.
Well, just think about like as far as like the men, like think about like an NBA player or a NFL player, and you go to like you know, all the group of bitches go to like All-Star weekends, whatever. Pick your poison, whichever All-Star weekend you want to go to. Now listen, you know what I mean? Like All-Star weekend, like back in the day, you know, bitches, you put your coins together, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you out of here, you know, especially if it's Vegas, you know what I mean? Like, it was cracking, like, you know what I mean? All-Star weekend.
That's round the corner.
Right, you know what I mean? You share rooms, and you don't think, you know, that nobody's balling, you know what I mean? Like, you might work, nobody has it like that. But this $1 million man, he meets, you know what I mean, her. She's got little, you know, to nothing in for him. It's just like, if she look bad enough or she fire enough for him, hey, I'll take care of you. You ain't got, you don't.
Ebony, those men and women are literally in their 20s. Most of them are in their 20s. You know what I mean? Unless it's an older man, they'd be like, okay.
Unless it's like a Team Olajuwon or something.
Yeah. Most of these people are in their 20s, and that's what people in their fucking 20s do. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, but for, if we're down there at the All-Star weekend, we looking for the ball, you know what I mean? Like the regular people, you know what I mean? The regular dudes, you like, what you do? What you do? You
they came down to see the bitches. What you mean?
What you?
I would see
you talking to me? You don't play for the teams? You know, or you know, I you know, or you might have the ones that go for the guy that he got little to nothing. You know, he got little.
The water boy,
too, right?
The towel guy, I think they make pretty penny.
They do.
Make pretty penny. Don't pass them up, ladies. Listen, because I wish I was down at the basketball games and football games early in my 20s. I wish I was. Play your cards right. I wish I was.
I tell you, it ain't too late, Anitra.
They ain't thinking about me. I'm in my damn 40s. They're gonna be like, girl, get your. What Kevin Samuel said? Kevin Samuel said they want the young tenderonis. I'm an old tenderoni.
You can still go do your thing. If
I
that's
can
what you
actually
wanna
go do my thing, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna be out there looking for no. That's not. I'm in a different place in my life. But in my 20s, honey, why did I have to be at the club instead of at the games? But that's neither here nor there. Okay, it's neither here nor there. Young Anitra out there clubbing her life away.
So,
ladies
and gentlemen, if you want to tap in, let us know if you can be happy with a broke person and whatever. And like we said, whatever your definition of broke is, everyone's definition of broke is different. But I think we all can agree, if you don't have a fucking job, you're broke. I don't care how you swing this. You can't tell us that your man doesn't have a job, but he's not broke because he's rich in knowledge and all that type of shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit.
Okay, yeah, bye.
He or she is broke. So, but can you be happy with a broke person? And if you take on that broke person, are you settling now? Tap in, comment, let us know how you feel. We enjoyed our callers that we had. We had, calling for another episode as well. So we enjoyed that. We're going to continue to do that. You guys, of course, tap in and let us know what you'd like us to discuss. We've had some good leads so far. Yeah. On some topics. So we're going to...
If you have any other topic suggestions, you can go ahead and comment down below and leave it there. You can inbox us on our Two E's in a Podcast Instagram. You got anything else to say?
I got nothing. Y'all gotta stop.
Okay, well, again, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Two E's in the Podcast. We are on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hey y'all, thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you are listening on the audio, go ahead and over to our YouTube and our Instagram. Go ahead and follow, like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube. And yeah, we upload on Monday and Wednesday. No, not Monday and Wednesdays.
That's yours.
Fridays. I'm all over the place.
Right.
We upload on Mondays and Fridays. And that is about it, you guys. With that being said, I'm Anitra.
And I'm Ebony.
And we're Two E's in the Podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.